Seattle Supersonics. Tip-off goes to Seattle. Now the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. Greg Monroe is out there with Scott. Then it's the Cobra. Then there's Scott, and it's Steele, and at the point. Here's Murray. Tries again, and it's good on the way in.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
On defense, Milwaukee, fresh from a win against Portland.
And they may have been on the road, but you know what? They nullified any home court disadvantage in that game by how well they shot it from three.
Shooting can always be a great equalizer. I mean, when you shoot like that from outside, it really makes winning on the road a lot easier.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
And there are the Bucks with another bucket.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Here's Hawkins. Shot is no good. Good work defensively by Monroe. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. I caught up with the Sonics head coach. We discussed their game plan defensively, and he mentioned that controlling Greg Monroe will be crucial. He said Monroe is a guy who can score inside, rebounds well, and his passing really sets him apart. Their offense runs best when it goes through his hands, so pressuring him and staying vigilant is essential for us. Guys, can they slow him down?
Thank you, Doris. That's good.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter, just served him up.
Here's Scott. Nailed from three-point land. Scott's got 7.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
Now here's Johnson. Here's Hawkins. Fires the 3. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2. The Bucks with a quick start to this game. 7-point differential. Murray, good.
Now this is just getting ridiculous. They can't possibly keep this up.
Can't remember the last time they missed one. Remarkable shooting here.
Johnson with it. Now Monroe defending. Here's Schrempf. Schrempf from downtown.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Here's Scott. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Scott's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Bucks. And stolen by Scott. Here's Steele, and there are the Bucks with another bucket.
They're allowing a sky-high field goal percentage. That won't get it.
Not at all, Clark. You rarely see a team surrender points this easily. They have got to do better.
Now here's Payton. The shot by Hawkins, no good.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Here's Scott. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
They're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results right now.
You're right. 3 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And the first time out of the game called for Seattle.
Yeah, you can see they gave up a lot of points here in this run, and he just wants to break the momentum before this thing gets out of hand.
And, you know, that's a huge part of a coach's job, making sure you keep your guys in the best position possible at all times. So I like this timeout.
Sonics making a switch here. Perkins is checked in and finished off by Scott.
How about the start that they've gotten off to here? Huge lead, and we're still in the first quarter.
And, guys, it hasn't just been the scoring. I mean, they're playing tremendous defense, too.
Here is Schrempf following the bucket by the Bucks, and he gets the bucket. Payton's got his first 2 points of the night. Bucks leading by 14. Here's Scott, and another 3 for Milwaukee.
It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
But no time to relax here. They've got to keep the pressure on with the defense, and I think they've got to try to put this one away early. This is not the slam dunk contest. You don't get do-overs. You got to finish the job.
Down low. Stolen. Fast break, Milwaukee. Here's Murray. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
It's Hawkins on the wing, defended by Scott. Schrempf. They get it back. Perkins hits the shot. Big smooth there again.
And the second chance becomes a dunk. We could feel over here.
Yeah, GA, such a good, aggressive play in the paint.
Guys, it's all about persistence on the offensive glass. You just can't ever give up on a play.
And so it's Milwaukee now. The Sonics getting the bucket.
Look at the big fella working on that possession. He knows how to fend guys off and get those rebounds.
Dishes it to Payton. Puts one up from 19. Scott pulls it in.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Shoots. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock. Scott's got 14.
He is just tearing it up this quarter. That lead's not going anywhere while he's this hot.
Here's Schrempf. Dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying annex to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for. Well, Detlef Schrempf in this one, he's already up to 8 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
And when it's all said and done, I got a sneaky suspicion he's going to have a few more.
Now here's Payton. From past the arc. Scott pulls it in. Scott's got 3 rebounds now in this one. The pass to Murray. With 1 on the clock. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
And he beats.
And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Bucks lead by 16. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Bucks.
They've made the commitment to get out and run, and it's paid off with some highlight reel plays in transition.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
Setting the floor for the Bucks, we've got the Cobra. Greg Monroe is out there with Scott. Then it's Magician, and it's Scott in at the 3. Bucks leading by 19. There's the feed to Scott. It's deflected. Shoots. And another basket for Milwaukee.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
And it's Seattle with the ball. Payton kicks to Kemp. Back to Payton. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Payton's got 6.
And that's what they have to do more of. They got a great look out of that possession. But sometimes it's more about what the defense is doing on that possession. They were all over him on the perimeter. Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Now, here's Scott. 14 points for him.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
Payton outside. Shoots the 3. Count that one. Payton's got 5 points in the quarter.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
From deep. Milwaukee the rebound. Scott. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Really an extraordinary game for the Cobra. He has 14 points, and he's picked up 6 points from behind the arc.
I love the rhythm his outside stroke has produced today.
Scott hits them both.
Well, there were a few complaints last season about how the playoff seeding was done, most notably in the Western Conference. Portland was the 4th seed for winning their division, but without that division win, would have been the 6th seed.
Into the playoffs last year with Portland being a division winner, but getting that 4th seed, that played a huge role in this conversation about playoff seeding structure. San Antonio would end up playing the Clippers in the first round, even though both had better records than the Blazers.
Kevin, no doubt it's a tricky situation. Listen, you want to reward teams for winning the division, but every so often it comes at the expense of several other teams, like it did last year, who just play in stronger divisions. So I think that's something that the league is going to have to look at moving forward.
They're fortunate that one was just deflected and not stolen. Dodged a bullet there.
Knocked loose. It's taken away by Payton. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Kempa screen on Scott. The Supersonics shooting their second and third shots at the line right here. And he can't get the first one. And the second free throw, good. Bucks leading by 13. Lets it go from deep. And good on the basket. Book it. Magician's got 5.
He's got so much junk in his trunk. He'll find a way to hurt you.
Magician's gone 1 of 2 shooting from 3. Payton outside. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
Here's Payton following the bucket by the Bucks. Always going up for the alley-oop here, and Kemp slams it in.
That's the epitome of teamwork right there, Kevin, on the alley-oop.
Clark, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder.
Yeah, lightning too.
But guys, the pass for me, even better. He absolutely put that on a platter for him.
And another basket for Seattle.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
That is a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Sonics trail by 16. And they double up Payton. Left side Kemp. Pass to Askew. Inside, Perkins. Sam Perkins getting it to go.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out? Almost like the 1-2 punch. And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
Catching up on the changes for Seattle. Johnson, he's checked in for Kemp. Schrempf comes in for Askew. And Hawkins subbed in for McMillan. No good from Perkins. Milwaukee leading by 17. Scott, good. Scott's got 4 this quarter.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup.
Oh, nice double pump finish there, strictly for the fans.
This one for 3, and another 3 for Milwaukee.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Hawkins passes to Johnson, kicks it to Schrempf. Payton in the corner. To the paint, here's Hawkins. That's good, and it's Payton with the assist. Payton's got 6 assists here tonight.
8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
And really, there is no resistance defensively right now. It is just far too easy.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
And that kind of flow can be elusive, but the great offense